one and I stand on that. You and me, babe, that's black on black.
I bring up this article not just because she made transition, but I feel like we're at the apex of a lot of things. And one of the things that will be examined, and I'm seeing it especially with the 50th anniversary of hip hop and all of the celebrations, the best one being the one that I just saw this weekend that the Grammys did.
Yeah.
Is that there are many different ways to show up black, right?
Yep.
And black is a made up construct. So let me just be clear. Black is a made up construct. Black is a made up construct because white is a made up construct. So nobody is white, nobody is black, but blackness has become a political, just like whiteness has become a power dynamic, just like whiteness, because we have made it just like chitlins. Okay, so you meant it to be a stain on America, on the world. You meant it to be a blight. You meant it to be a dark moment to create this thing called blackness so that you could forever denigrate and oppress and put people in a box, in a category. And we created something else out of it that was not just delicious, but inspiring and galvanizing. And as we move into what I think is going to be one of the most pivotal decades of our history, recent history, into 2024 and that election cycle and everything that's coming with it, geopolitically, I feel like it's time for us to assess. It's something I was talking with Pam Keith about the importance of not just community, but coming together around it's time to be single-minded. It's time to be laser beam focused. We don't have time right now for all of the different various ways in which people want to have an opinion. But at the same time, under the single-mindedness comes all of the different ways in which we see and think. And because it's important that we leave space for all of it. But it's time to define blackness like for real, and the broadness of it. Because it will cover all things when we cover all things. But we have to be real mindful of not, this ain't black, you're not black enough, or you're not, Dr. Caretha, you could be as ratchet as you want to be. Okay. But it's okay. And at the same time, you better give us all of that PhD knowledge. And at the same time, if y'all want to cuss and twerk, at the same time, we better also be able to plan and grow and organize so that most of us can get free. Because some of y'all don't want to be free, and that's fine. Just get out the way. Get out the way.
You know what you make me want to say, Karen, is part of what I'm invested in is for us to recognize that politics is all about the distribution of resources. Politics is about who gets what and who gets to determine who gets what. If we can get clear that that's what politics is, then we can get clear about how power is infused in every human interaction. We cannot bracket off politics. It is literally infused in everything because human societies are built by humans, which means that power differentials are all up and through everything we do. So part of what I find powerful about what you're saying about how we need to get serious about the capaciousness of blackness is that when you understand that the discourses and practices that we are encouraged to accept are there and pushed on us in order to narrow our humanity, then we got a chance of understanding what's working on us and why, right? So that's why I'm so invested in us recognizing it's not just about oppressing certain people, it's about giving unchecked license to other people. How do I make sure that your blackness is affiliated with something that I can denigrate? Why am I so invested in that? Because I want you to not notice all of the unearned advantages that whiteness is bringing. So as long as we can pay attention to how the dominant discourses give license to certain people to move freely without inhibition, then we can start paying attention to how little we need to care about what those narrow definitions of humanity are.
Amen. All of that. I'm challenged with stretching. First of all, I had to look up what's that word? Capacious? capaciousness. All right.
I thought I probably should give a more detailed, like a more concrete example of what I mean. But anyway.
No, I know I got the meaning from the way in which you use it in a sentence, but I wanted to know the meaning. Capaciousness is not a word I use every day. So thank you for that. I'm like Google search. I'm like capaciousness, spatial largeness and extensiveness, especially inside a building, because the capaciousness of Santa's bag astounded the children. Like, again, as we reduce this word gap that our children have, if you have children in the car, capaciousness should be in their mouths and in their spirits. They should know what that word is. Capacious, CAPACIOUS.
So yes. Can I give a concrete example maybe that will help? So part of why I love the idea of capaciousness in relationship to Blackness is that it allows you to start seeing, like, okay, what are these narrow ways that somebody wants me to inhabit my identity? What is narrowing it? Anything that's narrowing it is not about my humanity. It's not about my God-given liberty and freedom and agency and free will. Anything that limits that is not about my humanity. It's about power. So that's the reason why thinking about the politics of Blackness or the politics of whiteness and understanding that it's always about deciding who gets what and who gets to determine who gets what. That is what power is about, and power is not about your humanity. And we need to check ourselves whenever we're accepting something that narrows our human possibilities.
Ashe.